guys, it's Natalie. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be another Let's Talk. I really enjoyed my previous one. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below for you guys. But this is basically a new series on my channel where you guys send me emails and I tell you my opinion or my advice, or even if you just need someone to vent to, I would love to be here for you. Also, if you want me to keep making these videos, make sure to send me some messages, or if you have any friends that would be interested, also do that. But without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I feel like this episode of Let's Talk is going to be quite interesting, so let's get started with the first message, and it says, "Hi Natalie, first of all, I love watching your videos. I'm 17 now and I have a very long time crush on my art teacher. When I met him, he was 26 years old. Now he's 30 and single. Well, this is the last year of me being in high school, and at the end of the year, on the last day, I want to tell him that I like him and want to be with him. Should I tell him or not? Because I am confused as heck. I feel very sad because he is the only one that I've liked throughout my high school years, and I really like him. But I don't know how to tell him that I like him and I want to be with him. I feel like I haven't made a big effort to show him that I like him because I didn't want to get him in trouble because of course he's a high school teacher. Right now I am 17, but at the same time I was thinking, should I wait until I'm 18 and legal to be going out with him, or should I just tell him before I leave high school? Help me please, he's my first crush, Natalie." Alright, so that's a really tough situation, especially with the age difference, since you are 17 and he's 30, which is 13-year difference. It's a lot, but for example, from personal experience, I've always been attracted to older guys, so I totally understand because I don't see myself dating someone my age. I mean, I have, but I just feel that the maturity level is not the same, you know? So I personally feel that there's no issue with the age, but the fact that he's a teacher and you're the student can be the conflict in the situation. So I'd say definitely wait until you finish high school, but also make sure that he likes you back as well, because you telling him that you like him and he doesn't feel the same about you can be heartbreaking. So I'm the type that I'm guarded. I'd rather make sure I know before I make that big step. But at the same time, life is all about taking risks, because if you live in that what if, you're always going to regret it. I'd say let him know before you finish school, but let him know in a soft way, if that makes any sense. Like, hey, I've been having some feelings for you for the past few years and I would love to get to know you better and maybe see where this could go or lead to, only if you feel the same way about me. Something along the lines. Just make sure you don't tell him, hey, I like you and I want to be with you, because that will come off as in too pushy. So just bring it up really nicely and give him the opportunity to tell you his feelings back, even if it's a no. Hopefully it's a yes, but it's always good to be prepared for the positive and negative outcomes of situations like these. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I hope that was a little bit helpful. I don't think age is a problem, to be honest with you, especially if both individuals love each other. Just make sure you word it right and bring it up in the right time. Alright, so next one says, "Hi Natalie, my name is blank. I'm so glad that you're doing this event advice series. My life took a toll when my parents got divorced. I don't even know where to start. Before, my relationship with my mom was great. We would barely argue. However, now that it's just me and her, all we do is argue. Some of the arguments is because I feel like there is someone trying to come into her life and I refuse to accept it. On the 23rd of this month is going to be a year since a divorce. In 2014, my dad moved out but didn't file for divorce till last year. It kills me to think she could be with someone other than my father. Bottom line, I feel so lonely and desperate. Life with my family together was like no other. We were all so close and now the tables have turned. I'm hurt. To this day, I feel like I'm in a bad dream. Natalie, I need some advice, some words of wisdom. Thank you in advance. It means a lot to me." Alright, so this one's a tough one because I don't really talk about my personal life when it comes to mom and dad situation, but I'm going to give this example because I feel like it's very relatable and it also hurt me a lot when it happened. So girl, trust me, I know how it feels. Basically, my aunt and godfather were the perfect marriage example for me. Like, I never really had anyone that had the perfect marriage, but to me, from my eyes, their marriage was the perfect marriage that I dreamed of having one day. And 2 years ago or so, they decided to separate. I cannot even talk about it because, ooh, girl. When I found out about it, it broke my heart. I couldn't believe it because it's something that I can't even speak about, and they're not even like my parents. But for me, my godfather is like my father. Like, I love him as a father, and I feel like it affected me just as if I was her daughter, especially because I saw that marriage being the one and only example of the perfect marriage. So long story short, when that happened, it completely shattered me. I don't even know where I was going with the story. I just want you to know that I totally relate to what you're going through. Maybe not in a personal level, because obviously she's just my aunt and my godfather, but I know how hard it can be, especially seeing that person falling in love again or dating again. It's completely hard because, for example, she probably already moved on from your dad, but you haven't moved on from that relationship that they had and that you grew up in, because for you that was intact and it's all you knew about, it's all you had. So for that to happen in a second and all being gone in a second, it's like, hey, here's a new life that you have to live with. It's a shock and it's scary and it's not what you want, but at the same time it's their life and their decision, and if they don't feel that the love is there anymore, it's honestly best for them to leave it at that in that moment, because later on in life it could just get worse and your household could be a living hell. You know what I mean? Talking about your mom now and your relationship with her and the fact that you guys are arguing more now, I relate a lot, because me and my mom, even though we have a really good relationship, we definitely argue most of the time, you know? But I feel like it happens. You both are going to bump heads, you're not going to agree on the same things, and you're not going to like certain things that she does. Definitely the same thing with you. She's not going to like or accept some things that you do or decide on doing. I feel like the reason why you guys are arguing so much is because she had already let go of that, but you haven't, and it's probably going to be a grudge that you'll hold for a long time. And trust me when I say this, it's completely horrible feeling a grudge for someone or not moving on from something that someone already moved on from. It's tough and hard and hurtful, but the only option you have here is letting go and accepting their decision in having a divorce, because if you hold a grudge, you're not going to enjoy your parents. The fact that your mom is moving on so quickly can be shocking and hurtful, but I'd say sit down and talk to her with your heart out and tell her your feelings, how it felt for you and how you're still feeling with a divorce. Say it all in a really calm way though, because I know maybe sometimes our volume or our tones can be a little bit deceiving and it could come off in the wrong way. So make sure you say it in a right way, especially with parents. It could be a little bit hard for them to understand us. And also let her know about your feelings towards her meeting someone new so recent. Tell her how hard it is for you to understand it, and if she could maybe take it a little bit slower for you, because it's not something that you can accept yet, you know? I'd say that as the parent in the situation, she should understand that and take your feelings into consideration, but at the same time, try letting go, try not holding any grudges towards them, try enjoying your parents separately. Go out with your father from time to time, sleep over his house from time to time, hang out with your mom, have mom dates, and at the same time try distracting yourself from all this. Maybe hang out with friends or find a hobby, because I know that it could also lead to depression and feeling lonely. So best of luck, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this. So I think I'm going to end it here. Let me know in the comments below how you're liking this series, and if you want to be featured, send me a message. That way I'm able to keep making these videos. Give it a thumbs up if you like it and share with friends, and see you next time.